Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's your girl Nique, and you're tuned in to Nique at Night. And tonight I'm going to be talking about yet another crazy story that I have uncovered on Facebook. And it is just a whole lot of.
I had threw the towel and then I ran home with it because it was the police.
They gonna find them because they still. Man, newborn baby found, man. Somebody man, left their baby, man. Little boy, man. Newborn baby, man. Damn, man.
But before I get into that, I want to figure out who's new here and who's been here a while. Now, my night owls who have been here a while, y'all already know to drop an owl emoji in the chat. And the people who are new here, you guys are to drop a half moon, crescent moon emoji. And my night owls who have been here a while, who are dropping the owls, they're going to welcome you into the community. Also, if you are new, I have a website, which is www.niqueatnite.com, and you can save a cute coin off of your order with the code HOLIDAY. It excludes dope goodies, but I got a bunch of other nice things available, so shop away. Anyways, let's get into the story. So, this story is crazy.
I had threw the towel and then I ran home with it because it was the police.
They gonna find them because they still. Man, newborn baby found, man. Somebody man, left their baby, man. Little boy, man. Newborn baby, man. Damn, man. Damn.
Okay, so what you see is a young girl holding the baby, and she's telling the family how she found this baby. Now, they have the baby wrapped in a t-shirt, and the baby is shivering cold as it had just been born. Now, the girl who was holding the baby with the t-shirt, it is a plot twist because she alluded to her family that she found this baby on her way home from school. Her family is saying, oh my God, wow, this is crazy. You just came across this baby. You know, let's call the police, yada, yada, yada. So for 10 minutes or more, they just leave this baby shivering in a t-shirt, trying to figure out what to do next with this baby.
They done left this baby. They done fucking left this baby out, man. These folks sick out here. These folks sick, man, the red oats, man. These folks sick as hell in the hemp. Man, newborn baby found, man. Just found, man. This shit crazy. Man, this shit sad, man. Man, this is crazy, man. They left this baby out, y'all. Man, fresh, just born today. Just born, man. This crazy. Man. Damn. You still breathing? You breathe? Damn, got cuts and shit.
Oh, it's okay.
Damn, it's okay.
I'm crazy.
It's okay, little bud. Damn, man, this shit crazy, man. Share this live, man. Man, you gotta find who this mommy daddy is, man.
It's a boy or girl?
It's a boy. It's a boy. You gotta find out who these folks, man, who their baby parents is, cause this some bullshit. Newborn baby family.
Yeah, be breathing.
Still alive, y'all. Still alive. Found in red oats, man. Junk ass red oats. Found in the junk ass red oats. They ain't Hampton. Newborn baby, man. Y'all know anybody? Man, this is so trifling.
He's talking about what's trifling, and what's trifling to me is the fact that they have this baby, and they're like, you know, the baby is cold, the baby is shivering. They got on sweaters. They got on, like, you know, really warm gear. And all they have wrapped around the baby, like halfway wrapped around the baby, is a little skimpy t-shirt. And it's like, instead of recording the baby, if you so concerned about this baby, like, get the baby. Like, y'all can't go and grab at least a drying towel or something that has a little bit more warmth than this little rinky-dink t-shirt while you sitting here talking about what's so crazy. And they continue to go on live for like 12 minutes almost, okay, with the baby wrapped around this same rinky-dink t-shirt, going live, putting the camera in the baby face and talking about how it was crazy how they came across this baby, and the girl who found it just found it. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. I'll put the full link to the video down below so you can watch the full thing, because in this video I am going to blur out the baby. But if I'm going to skip ahead to where they start to kind of interrogate the girl a little bit to try to figure out the details of how she came across this baby.
Yeah, because he
awake.
Yeah, he awake, he moving and breathing.
Yeah, he fine, he breathing, he good.
I know.
Man, y'all pray for this baby, man.
Ran so quick. I already know.
Y'all keep this baby in y'all prayers, man. What's up with
Okay.
Yeah, somebody found
like
a new
today,
baby.
like right now, 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I was so scared. I didn't want to leave it right there. I picked it up and ran to home.
Crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Huh? It was like a little couple of minutes after I got out of school.
Okay, so as you hear, this is a young girl explaining how she came across the baby. So she's saying, you know, the baby was there. I found the baby. It was so scary. I didn't want to leave the baby, and I started running. So people in the household, they started to question her, like, what time did you get this baby? Like, what's the deal? And they start to interrogate her.
What about the one? Police I need to show them. Around what time? It's we got school at
3:15. They get out by 3:20, about 3:25, 3:30. Yeah.
I'm gonna call you. Huh?
This a new
You said what?
baby, y'all. Baby, some
I want him. My girl been trying to get a baby.
You with me?
I'll take him.
Yeah.
6 to 4:30. Okay.
I think so.
If I had my car, I would have been over there with clothes.
Yeah.
Look at them different fools.
Yeah, I know. I was making out don't know. I know.
This is
Okay, so as you hear, the girl is explaining again in the background how she came about to get this baby.
No, I said this some TV shit.
What the fuck? That is a new boy.
Man, y'all pray for this baby, man. That's all y'all need to be doing, praying.
Oh, let me go find you a bottle and some milk.
I'm hungry.
I have to get your blood in this. Yeah.
Man, the police are
I'm finna my neighbor downstairs. She had a baby. I'm finna see, but they got some.
Okay.
He's hungry.
Yep.
Oh my God.
And curry.
Okay, and then in the video, they start to press a little bit more, asking how she came about this baby. Well, the police eventually arrived on the scene, and when the police arrived on the scene, it turned out to be a plot twist.
Out of Binghamton, where a newborn baby was abandoned at an apartment complex. Police say a tenant found the child outside their unit. Hello, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. Greg is off tonight. The baby was taken to Le Bonheur Children's Hospital, which is where WREG's Andrew Ellison joins us live. And Andrew, first off, how is the child doing?
Thankfully, the baby is in non-critical condition and by all indications is going to be okay, but tonight, the big question, why did this happen, remains unanswered.
Now, it turns out that the young girl who was saying that she found the baby, it turns out that she, I guess, according to the family, lied about the whole thing, hid her pregnancy to where her family didn't know that she was pregnant, went and delivered the baby, and then came up with this plot about how she came to know where this baby was and all of this stuff like that.
I had threw the towel and then I ran home with it because it was the police. I was so scared. I didn't want to leave it right there. And I picked it up and ran it home.
Crazy.
Well, when they started talking to the police, the mom, I'm assuming that it's the mom, because she was talking and she was like, you know, she lied. The mom or the authoritative figure, the authoritative figure, however you say it, whoever she was to the girl, I think she the mama, but whatever. She told the police that she wanted the young girl to go to jail because she lied, because at the end of the day, it was her baby.
Shocking moments when a newborn baby is found all alone outside a Binghamton apartment.
And it's sad to hear.
Police say a tenant at the Chickasaw Place Apartments found the child around 4 this afternoon, and people who live in the area say the baby was naked. Investigators haven't said who abandoned the baby or why, but did say the child's mother has been found and is not facing charges at this time.
It was her baby.
We heard one woman yell at another outside an apartment police officers were focusing on.
You lied. You get out of there when you should have told me.
Tennessee's safe haven law allows mothers to surrender newborn babies to designated facilities without penalty.
I had threw the towel and then I ran home with it because it was the police.
Okay, so as you can see, this young lady who is claiming to have found this young newborn child is the same one in the news clip, and you can see it's the same sweater where the woman is pointing at her saying she lied, this is her baby, to lock her up. Let me give you guys a closer look so you can see who's who.
It was her baby.
We heard one woman yell at another outside an apartment police officers were focusing on.
You lied. You get out of there when you should have told me.
Okay, so even though her image is blurred, you can see that this is the same green sweater with the yellow and red writing of the girl who said that she had found the baby.
You get out of there when you should have told me.
I had threw the towel and then I ran home with it because it was the police.
Okay, so after this started to blow up on social media, her family started to get very defensive and pop off at the people who were commenting about the story and tell people to mind their business. Well, we wouldn't be in your business if this didn't make it to the news, and we wouldn't be in your business if your neighbors, whom they said was the house that the girl had ran to, didn't go live and ask for shares and comments. I mean, I'm just saying. But anyways, the family confirmed that the girl was young, and they also confirmed that the reason that she had made up this elaborate story was because she was scared. When I recorded this video, I said that the girl was 13. Actually, she's said to be 14, but still very young nonetheless. So these people call themselves cursing out people back and forth on the internet, saying that they were her family, and they went to their pages and said, folks be worried about the wrong ish. The baby was never outside. Nobody never found the baby. Mind y'all business. And for me, I understand a family member being defensive, but this right here is what you call misdirected anger. Instead of being angry at the internet of people who are concerned about the newborn that was said to be found, because that's what was said in the video, maybe you should direct your attention to your neighbors who wanted to put the spotlight and put this situation on blast to try to find the family or the mother, because they were concerned because your niece said that it was somebody that she just found in the alley. Okay, like you popping off at the wrong people, and people have a right to be concerned if they see a baby whom they feel like is just randomly abandoned. Now, I understand that a family member would want to correct info. I'm just saying this way that you are correcting the info, it sounds a little bit misdirected. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, so another person who claimed to be a family member started to pop off as well, and they reposted and they said, right, the F, she just a kid. She was scared. Didn't nobody know she was pregnant but her. Okay. And in the comments of these posts, they were like cursing people out, going back and forth. I don't feel like showing all the threads because I feel like it was ignorant, misdirected anger. If you mad, be mad at whoever got your niece pregnant. Be mad at why she felt the need to hide her pregnancy, and be mad at your neighbors who felt the need to blast this and ask for likes, shares, and comments. Okay. Anyways, now there was other people who reposted and clarified the information. Another person said, y'all keep saying find her mama. That little girl is the mama. She was only 14. She was scared to tell them she had a baby. And then another person who kind of like was kind of repeating what she heard, she said, so it was the little girl on the live baby all along. 14-year-old lied like she found the baby outside. Whole time she had just pushed the baby out and ran it up to her mama like she found it on the ground. Woo, child. That's sad as F. Y'all got to pay attention to y'all children. Shaking my head. So that was kind of the chatter that confirmed that the girl in the video was the person who was the one who had the baby. And as you seen, I showed the news clipping that showed the girl being confronted and sharing that she was the one who lied. Now, my next comments are to the mom or the person who confronted her, telling her that she needed to be locked up. Now, if you got a child, which I don't know if it's her mom or not, because it didn't say that if it was her mom. If you got a child, they go this long time, you don't know that they pregnant, they lie about being pregnant, giving birth to the baby. The first thing that you do is want your child locked up. Girl, like, you don't find that odd that they would hide a pregnancy and deliver and come up with this elaborate scheme that they may be protecting somebody that could potentially even be in your house? That's what came up to my mind, like, but other people had questions as to how do you have a child and you don't realize that they're pregnant. I mean, it's possible. I had a cousin who got pregnant young and my family didn't notice until she was about 7 months. Now, she wasn't at delivery term status to where this girl was able to deliver. But, you know, we found out, well, I was her same age. I was young too. But, you know, we found out that, you know, she had gotten pregnant and she had been like 6 months or 7 months along by the time family found out. The fact that this girl was far to the point where she was able to give birth, that's a whole nother thing in itself.
It was her baby.
We heard one woman yell at another outside an apartment police officers were focusing on.
You lied. You be out of there when you should have told me.
Looking at the clip again, like, me as a parent, like, I don't know. I mean, maybe that's just a lot to take in at once. Like, you have a child and one day she's just this child going to school, and then the next day she comes home with the baby. Now, I don't know, like, kids, I mean, I'm not going to be too judgmental on the parents because, you know, sometimes parents are working hard and it's no excuse to not be active in your kid's life or whatever. But I do understand how life happens and time lapses. Like, we are now at the end of 2021. Like, just not too long ago, we just started a pandemic and now we're 2 years into a pandemic, whatever you want to call it. And like, these years are flying by and times are flying. So, I mean, I don't know, like, this whole 2 years has kind of been a blur. And when I think back to the situation with my cousin when she had her baby, I think she was closer to 6 months and not 7 months. But this was a situation where she had just lost her mom, which was my aunt, to HIV / it had went to AIDS. And she was then living with my aunt at the time, and my aunt already had her 3 children and things like that. And then now she had my aunt's 2 other kids. So like, this kind of thing went unnoticed after she had then went from my uncle's house to my aunt's house. And it just was a lot going on. So I know that how, like, you know, in family dynamics, like, there could be a lot going on to where it's just a lot happening and you kind of miss these things. Now, like I said, I don't know about all the way to 9 months to where she's able to give birth, but I don't know, like, there is certain things where you're working hard and you kind of miss stuff. But the unfortunate thing is when you missing these moments in your child's life and you're not paying attention to your children, you are opening them up to PREDs. Now, PREDs are PRE. DATORS is, you know what I'm saying, the creepy creeps. I'm trying not to say the word, but those are the creepy creeps of the world who are now able to really get into your kid's psyche and do these things, and stuff like this can happen. Now, I had posted a clip and I was supposed to do a reaction video and I just never got around to it. But there was this creepy creep that I posted the clips to my Instagram, and he was basically saying that he would go after young girls whom he knew that they only had the mom in the picture. They didn't have a two-family home, and he went after the girls who he felt like were easier targets. If they had both parents, he knew that that would be an uphill battle, and that fathers would more than likely see about them. But if it's only one parent, the mother is probably working super hard and not really paying attention to the child as much. I'm going to put a little clip in here of that, because I was supposed to do, like I said, I was supposed to do a reaction video to it, just never got around to it. But when we but when we're working so hard and in situations to where you may not be paying the closest attention to your child, these types of situations can happen. And at the end of the day, it's like, who is this person who impregnated her to where she felt like she needed to hide it, lie about it, then come up with this elaborate story? I'm going to play a clip of the clip that I'm talking about, and then I'll be back.
I did stuff I knew I could get away with. I did not go out. Like, there was this one girl, and she was super cute. And then I did my research on her and saw her pictures of her with her mom and dad, which means her parents were very much involved in her life. And that right there would have been the danger zone, because this is how it happens. She comes over, we fuck, she goes home, her mom and dad press her. He's like, I fucked this old man. And next thing you know, mom and dad call the police. Police knocking at your door. That's how that goes down. So I never put myself in the crosshairs of the danger zone. And it really wasn't, in comparison to the number of women, it wasn't a lot. But I can tell you, young pussy can be amazing. I did stuff I knew I could get away with.
And, you know, when you think about stories like this, you got to think about there's some creepy creep in the crosshairs sometimes. Not to say that this couldn't be a boy her age, I really don't know. But the way that it all went down, it just sounds like it could be a lot more to the story.
By the time they went live with the baby had already been cleaned off. The baby had already been cleaned off. She'd already cut the umbilical cord. And it's like, that's pretty elaborate for someone who is 13 years old.
Correction, according to the family, 14, but when I recorded this, I kept saying 13.
To go through that type of guise and scheme, I would be looking at an older man in this type of situation to try to say, you know, well, act like you know what I'm saying? Act like, not to say that 13-year-olds aren't smart, but to get the baby cleaned off, her cleaned off, cut the umbilical cord, you know what I'm saying? Come back home, act like you just got from school, and then devise this whole, I mean, she could, I'm not gonna put it past a 13-year-old because they are smart, but that just sounds like something that an older man has some dealings in to me. I don't know the ins and outs. And I'm not saying it for a fact. I'm just saying that's what it sounds like, some type of, you know, panic. What do I do? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I just wanted to bring y'all that because I thought it was a very interesting story because, you know, you hear about these things happening and, you know, Tupac even has a whole story about it. Brenda's got a baby. And if you know the story of Brenda, she basically threw her child in the dumpster. You know the story of Holly Berry with losing Isaiah when she threw her baby in the dumpster. And you know, you hear about these stories of people getting rid of their babies. Now, the two that I told y'all were not real characters, but these things happen in real life too. Okay. And so when I seen that this was something that actually happened in real life, I wanted to bring it to you guys and think and see what y'all think. Do you think that this was, you know, something that had to do with somebody much, much older? Or do you think that this is two young kids dabbling in something that they should not be dabbling in? Y'all let me know what y'all think. With that being said, that's all for this video. Visit me on this here channel, Nique at Night, for more content of celebrity news and gossip. Also, be sure to check out my website, www.niqueatnight.com. At checkout, punch in the code HOLIDAY and get you 25% off of your purchase. It excludes adult goodies, but I have so much other goodies that you can get you a cute coin off of, you know, and get yourself right or your family members right for the holiday season. I got onesies in multiple sizes all the way up to plus size. So, check those out, okay? And I'll see y'all back on another video, but we got to talk about this below because it's so much to unpack. It is a lot to unpack with this story, and I need to unpack it with y'all below. Let's talk about it.